Hi everyone, this is lesson number 10, the one-point perspective sketch. So the one-point perspective sketch is used for interior drawings and central views, which all lines, all horizontal lines, end up at the same point in the horizon. The grid structure of the interior sketch is a cube, as we saw it in the first lessons. It extends towards the outside, towards the side of the viewer, and on the other end, it ends up with one point on the horizon. This cubical grid is made only for spaces and structures that are linear. For those structures that are round and curved, we're using the grid of an elliptical form. All the ellipses meet at the same point in the horizon and folding outside with the structure extending towards the viewer. So basically the whole horizontal lines become arches and the vertical lines remain 90 degrees connecting the ground and the ceiling. As you see here in this example, based on the viewpoint and how much the space opens up, the ellipses change their size and form based on how big and how open do we keep our viewpoint and perspective. So let's get your tools together and start sketching a one-point perspective. Okay, so let's sketch a curved perspective. We already tried the linear one, the cubical, so let's work with the curved perspective. So it's the same idea. We draw a horizon line and a vanishing point in the center in this case. As we work with curved lines, we are basically working with elliptic shapes or arches. So a circle in 3D is, well, a circle is a shape that can be enclosed in a square, but in 3D, as you see, the square becomes a rectilinear, and then the circle is an elliptical shape. So when we are creating our perspective, our curved perspective, we work with arches and elliptical shapes. So we'll start with an arch just to see. This is one arch, and let's do a second one that is reversed. This is our space. Once we draw a person inside, we feel it now. You see how this space is extending from the horizon and slowly becoming bigger and bigger and round as it extends towards the viewer. So our ceiling is an elliptical shape, same as the ground. So whatever connects them is basically the lines, the vertical lines that connect the two shapes. So this is the main structure of a curved perspective. So what you have to do is just work with the arches. All the horizontal lines are arches. They're not straight lines. They're going from the vanishing point and then they start curving. So it's either curving straight, which makes our space more high or low. So basically this is the ellipse, and this is the second one, and the third one, and so on. So as you see, the space is now more narrow. The ellipse, the narrower is also the space inside. So you see that now this is our wall. This is another wall. This is the ground. And this is our ceiling. It's much narrower. Or if we use the second, so the wall is more open. Or the third, the wall here is more open. Or the last one, much open. So the bigger the ellipses, the more of a wide space we have, an open space. So if you try to connect these lines together, you'll have the image and the understanding of how big or how small. So the arches are defining the space. When I was a student, I lived in Florence, and some professor used to say that you could skip my class and not come altogether on the condition that you would walk in the streets of the city and sketch and learn from it. I happily did that, skipped the classes, and made the city my biggest teacher and mentor. The power of a place is something you should also find. The inspiration is always around you in every corner, window, or square. It's your responsibility to find beauty everywhere. You choose to be an architect, so there must be a poet within you. And that poet wants to see the world through different eyes. So as I fell in love with the city of Florence, I hope you will find that too in your city and make her your partner in the journey. Just open your eyes and your heart, because beauty is all of those places where eyes are not necessary.